Hi guys, welcome to Steph's Crafts. My name's Steph. We are going to be making an oversized hot pad. I've cut out my front material, which measures 18 long ways by 13, in this really nice bumblebee with blues. So I'm just going to, while I cut out, I'm going to make two, maybe not today or with you guys, but I'm definitely going to make two. So I'm just going to make the batting bigger than the hot pad. You'll see why as I'm going along. So just cut around that, about an inch either side, I think. It's just because obviously when you're quilting, the fabric moves. So if you haven't got extra batting, then yeah, it will move. Let's just trim that off there. So I'm literally going to leave that on there. You need two bits of the batting, and I probably should have cut them out together. So we'll just cut that out again, because obviously you're putting not overly, well, I suppose, yeah, they are going to be. So you can just cut, you don't need your front piece now, you just use the bit you've already cut out as your template. Which again is literally, it gives it obviously some thickness. So you're not, otherwise you'd be putting it on the, straight on the table. That down there. The little bits of fleece that I'm cutting off, I keep, because in little projects they come along really handy and you can sew them together. So now you want your backing fabric, which I'm using this yellow spot, the same size as your wadding, not your front piece. So this is quite handy because this will go long ways on mine. Oh, it doesn't have to be exact, because obviously when you start quilting it will move, and you'll be trimming this off anyway. Let's just put them down. So now I've got my 2 lumps of wadding on the backs. Let's just make sure it's on properly. This yellow spot, actually I didn't know I had, I just found it when I was looking for material that I had enough of to do this. I knew I had the bees, and I was like, oh, what am I going to use? Because I brought over quite a few bits of fabric, because I didn't know if some of these would be big enough. Like, if you're making smaller ones, obviously I could use, actually that's not too bad, I could use that. So there may be, I've got quite a few sunflowers. So I'm literally going to make sure I've got the bees the right way up and just put it in the middle. And then I'm going to go to the machine. So I can bring the machine closer. and then just cut it how you want. I'm going to do just straight lines. So you always start a little bit off the batting, onto the batting, and then just follow, for your first line, just follow the edge of the fabric with your presser foot. And just sew lines. You could use yellow thread, blue. There is black, obviously, for the bees. I'm using white. Okay. And then just a little bit off onto your batting. And I'll show you. So obviously that's your first line. I don't know if you can see that. That's your first line. And then you want to do about 1 inch all the way down. You'll probably have to get to the middle and then turn it around. The only reason you're quilting is because it flattens the fabric. Again, here we go, off the material. And then, so you could have these in any size. You could do loads of little ones, one big one, one massive one bigger than this. It doesn't have to be the size I'm doing. You can modify anything to, I can't see the eye of the needle. Yeah, so you can modify anything to the size you want. If you had like I've got, if you can see behind me the wallpaper, I've got greys, creams, so you could match it in with the colour of your decor. If you had table themes, so like summer, you could have a summery one, spring like an Easter, and so on. So you could have loads of different, and I think they're always handy to have as well. Can't always, so it literally is straight lines. I am chopping some of these heads off. They're going to have hot pans put on them, So I don't know if you remember in my last video, I said I was going to do a list of stuff in the new year that I was going to make. This was on that list. But I had the mother-in-law round for dinner yesterday, and I had loads of little round cork. And I just thought, you know what I could really do with one large? So I'm making it today, and it goes off my sleeve. So in this book is upcoming projects and videos. So because now I have done, I had a pencil here, the oversized hot pad, I can now cross that off. I will read you what I will put it up on both YouTube and Facebook. So obviously if you're not on YouTube, then go over to YouTube, type in Steph's Craft. I will try and put the link in the description below on Facebook. and like and subscribe, and then you won't miss out on future videos. On Facebook, I think it's follow. I will try and put the link for Facebook on the YouTube description below. Follow, and then you won't miss future videos. I'm not going to put dates on the videos, just because I don't know basically my work quota, so I can't work it out and stick to a date. But I can just go along as I go along, like I've done today, and mark it off. So obviously this was a next year's project, but I can do it again. I can always, we can always do a spring one or something like that. So there's quite a few projects in my book. There's probably more that I will think of as it goes along. I'm one down now, because obviously I'm doing the hot pad now rather than next year. It's literally, like I said, this is the boring bit, because it is literally just stitching rows. Fabric actually works. So what have we got? So obviously we've got, well, we did have the oversized book sleeve, oversized hot pad. Obviously you could probably do it as a block. So for East, so if you had like a theme, so like Halloween, you could have different blocks and then just put it together. I'm just literally doing one piece of fabric at the moment. What else have we got? We've got a heart quilt, tote bag bowl covers. Again, they're just made with normal material. Again, you could do them themed if you're having a summer party, or you're having a party for a birthday that you're having it out in the garden. Sweet 16, you could do them pink. You may be a bit hard pushed to find fabric with numbers on if it's like a 40th or something like that. But then you could go by colour theme. So if that person's colour theme is purple, then you find the material and you could cut out numbers and stick them on bowl covers, but then that limits them to what you can use. So, but if it's a surprise, they've got a gift as well. They could use the bowl covers again. What was we doing? Bowl covers, book cover, and we'll do a book sleeve. They are two different things, in case you're wondering. So we will do both. I don't even think I wrote that in, did I? There's a book cover. I'm just throwing the pencil on the floor. Bear with. Let's have a look. I thought I did, but I was doing this in my head, so. No, so we can put that on now. There we go. Coffee sleeves, can holders. Now they're going to be quite good. So if you go on a lot of picnics and you take tin to drink rather than holding in the tin, we'll do that when we come to it. Zipper pouches, you've seen me do, triangle pouch. We're going to make a sausage dog, sock monkey, eye mask, pinwheel quilt, placemats coasters, bookmarks, hanging quilt blocks, table runners, so we'll do a non-Christmassy one this time, scrunchies, bunting, drawstring bag, pot holders, infinity scarf, sunglasses pouch, blankets, hanging hearts, peg bag, fabric bowls, hair clips, dummy straps, book sleeves. So if anything else gets added to that list, I will let you know. Like I said, I will put this up on after Christmas for upcoming projects. There will be no dates next to them, so it will literally just be upcoming projects, and then it'll have basically what I just read out in a bit more nicer formation than what I wrote in my book. It's trying to rain here with no sun in the no cloud in the sky, so that could be quite interesting. So I've literally just flicked it, and I'm going to now run the other way and meet in the middle. Losing my scissors. Oh, never my pen. I could have wrote in with my book. Put them over. So my lines are literally just going from side to side, starting off the fabric onto the batting and then down. There you go. literally probably got 3 or 4 lines left. And then it is the squaring up. I keep thinking I can see someone at the window, but I can't, because I'm expecting a window cleaner as well, so you'll hear him moan about in a minute. One more line in. And you'll see in a minute why. Oh no, I've run out of bottom thread. Right, okay, just do me bobbin. You'll see why in a minute when we finished. You need the batting bigger than your front piece. Go and grab a drink or something for 1 sec. It won't take long to do this. I'm not doing the whole bobbin either. Right. Rethread that. I did think that was going a wee bit quick. It's literally doing 1 strip. I'm sorry, I can't even see this to thread it anymore. Did that go in? I think it did. Oh, come on. Make sure this goes in, so when you pull your thread it goes clockwise, not anti-clockwise. There you go. Then back in. Otherwise I'll lose them. Right, I'll go over that line a little bit, not massively because it could stitch. And then just follow the line you've already stitched. Literally get 1 more line in there till it's done. Weatherford. Last straight line. And then just chop off any loose threads. That is because that's where the bobbin thread ran out, and it'll be the same on the front. And then you'll get one where you started as well. So. And then this will be last line, or my last line. So now it looks wonky, and that's because it moves. Where did I do with my ruler? I need a smaller ruler. So to stand up for this, guys, let me just turn you round a bit. So I'm literally gonna line up with the lines on my mat. You may need to go over certain bits more than once on your rotary cutter, because you're going through 2 waddings and then you've got your material on as well. And then we'll do a straight line this end against the straight line, and again just chop. When you're chopping a bit off, that is making it square again. So move it up to your line that you use to measure, and then I will go to there, which is that. Next, I'll go back one. There. Like I said, sometimes it will need that extra cut. It is just like, let's move this out. Just because it's going through, like I said, quite a few layers. Literally straighten it up. Make sure 33 is there. There we go. And you just put that in the bin. I have got a bag there now, I'm not just throwing it on the floor. Oh. Right, so I'll turn you around because you keep losing otherwise. Now I've got my oversized hot pad. You could use any binding you want. Obviously I've got blues and yellows, I've got black. I have got black, she says, from Christmas. So we'll use that. I've nearly finished. I have finished. Just hoping I've got enough. Right, so half, let me push you down, see if you can see it a bit better. You're not losing me. So you need to start on the back. You need to open up your bias binding, and you need to leave that much gap from the end. Make sure they line up. If you wanted to, you could put pins that don't move, but I don't move my pins. Just so it holds it straight. And then it's so long. I'm trying to do get it in there. That might be too far. You don't want to start it that far along. So start it there with about an inch. Let's see how this works. Okay, you obviously have to remove your pins. Okay. Right. So we will just sew down your fold. But obviously don't forget to leave an inch. You've got to tuck your binding in. So I'm just going to make sure the edges are lined up, drop my presser foot, and then once you've started, so with this you've actually got a line to follow. Binding to go round. And just fold it up in, and then put it under your presser foot. I don't think I've got enough binding, but we'll have a look. And then put your presser foot down, and then sew into the corner, your presser foot down, and turn. And then just open up your binding, lining up to the edge of your hot pad. There's about 1/4 inch between the edge of the binding and the line. Get into the corner. Lift it, flatten that bit, pull this bit round. If you've got it where you need to do, lift up your presser foot, tuck it under to the corner and turn. the dishwasher. And then sew down the other side. Following your line. And because I've got a line on the fold, because this is already, I'll see if I can show you, pre-folded. You can't see that, so there's a crease there and there's a crease on that side. I'm just going down that crease and it's literally 1/4 inch. So that helps. Right, come to the end. And then it's up and over, holding it down in the corner. And then turn it around. And then make sure your edge of your binding is lined up with the edge of your hot pad. And sew. This is the last corner. I'm going to fold it. I didn't do it before, like that. Mark your scissors, because you need it about that long. Now you're going to match the edges up of the one you've sewn and it broke. So that's because it's gone over loads of, and I did yank it as well, so it doesn't help. It doesn't like being yanked. I thought it'd stop sewing ages ago. I was going to say, what? Right. Just lift it up in the corner. Now slowly line up the bottom and line up the top. And now you've got your binding. On the back you've got your binding now. So all you need to do is just, I can't stand loose threads, and I'm going to trim this back just a tiny bit on the corners. And then when you fold it over, so what you want to do now is start where you started before at the double bit, but on the first piece, not the second piece. So hold it down and then that's it. And then run your little foot, press the foot along. my washing machine, I think. It's going to sound like it's jet taking off in a minute. Just hold it over. Till you get to the corner, and then it will fold. I'll show you. And because you've folded it on itself, that's when it becomes a mitered corner. Let me just do it again. So fold it over. If you've got a lot of in the corner like I have, just snip across, not into your stitching, because then it will all come unstitched, but just enough and then just make sure your binding's over your and then when you get to the bottom, do the same again. I mean, I could have used blue, or well, I probably could have used black thread for this, but I just think it gives it some. Just chop that off quickly. How about that end? I'm literally chopping minute bits off, and then you just do that. Drop your presser foot, fold it over. To the bottom, flip it over, and then do the same again and hold it. And once you've sewn into it, you've got your presser foot on that, and hold it. Then up. So you can turn it around and you can sort this side out. One more corner. So do the same that you did on all the other corners. Fold it over, hold it down until you get to where you're going to sew it. Stop with the presser foot down. Lift your presser foot, turn, and sew. And then go over your previous stitching that you started with. Try a couple of stitches. And then snip, snip, and then chop off all your loose ends. Not all of them are attached though. And then you've got it. A perfect hot sized, oversized hot pad. And you've got your mitered corners in the corner. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm going to go and make my second one now, if I've got enough wadding. Make my second one. and then I've got 2. And because you're using just normal batting, you just chuck them in the wash. And then there you are. You put it on your table and you've got your oversized hot pad. So thanks for joining me today, guys. I will, like I said, try and put the YouTube link in the Facebook and the Facebook in the YouTube. And I will put up the list of upcoming projects, again with no date, just because I can't here you go, washing machine. I can't stick to the dates, but I'll put that up, and hopefully you can join me soon for another video. Take care, guys. Bye.